All right, guys, pictures up.
Pictures up.
Pictures up.
Let's roll sound.
Rolling.
Rolling.
Sound speeds.
Camera speeds. 2. Asham. Take 2. Mark.
Set. And action.
Welcome to the Penn Cinema Podcast, your behind-the-curtain connection for movie news and reviews. Now here are your hosts, Penn Ketchum and David Moulton.
Welcome to the show. I'm David Moulton.
And I'm Penn Ketchum. What's up? Oh,
Welcome back.
I wasn't sure I'd remember how to do that.
Yeah, it's kind of scary. Right?
Yeah, it's a little intense.
You know, you leave house for only 2 months or something.
Right.
And you come back and you got me facing a wall.
Right.
What? You just gonna turn this whole place upside down?
Yeah. I got David, I set up the show to record and I flipped the table, literally, put David on the other side of the table.
Yeah.
And I decided it was time. It was, what'd we do? 7 years sitting in the same 2 seats.
Pretty much.
And now it's time for,
change.
Yeah. You're going to come in next time. We might be at Drew's desk.
Sit down. We need to talk.
Right. You'll be sitting there with a bunch of pictures of his kids,
Yeah, no big deal.
doing your thing. Welcome to the show. Oh my God. David,
We're back.
give us a quick rundown without any gory details. You've had a rough spell. You look 1,000 times better than the last time I saw you.
Thank you.
And you sound, I'm going to say 500 times better than the last time we heard you. But you're not 100%.
No,
I could tell.
no.
On that opening, you were like, "What's up?"
Yeah, I can't get my voice very high.
Yeah. But you look a lot better. You're on the road to recovery?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's been a rocky road that started off with a kidney stone and is still dealing with
Yada, yada, yada.
yada, yada, yada.
I was in the hospital.
Infections.
Right.
I've been in and out of the hospital. I go in the hospital for one thing, and I come out with another thing, that I caught while I was in the hospital. But the big thing that was keeping us recording is it's mostly been in my throat.
Yeah.
And like swollen airways and vocal cord issues and stuff. So I haven't been able to barely talk, let alone...
Because both of us have toughed it out a lot. We've done a lot of shows when one of us, both of us, I'm not putting it on you, both of us have come in here not feeling 100%, but, we do the show. So this was a case where you literally couldn't.
Yeah. And it
Just
was
couldn't.
like whatever I was doing was, what I had to muscle through for work was still like... Maybe you might cause some permanent damage if you keep doing this kind of thing. So it wasn't really a possibility.
Yeah.
But my throat is on the mend. It no longer hurts to speak like it did. So here we are.
I think it's just one of those awful, tragic ironies that of all the things for you to struggle with, it would be your voice.
I know.
That we all love and know and you count on. And just kidding, you can't talk.
I was like, that was one of the things I was like, of all the things to knock me down, like the thing I do for like my pastime, I can't. But so here we are now. It's holiday season, so let's just. I know we've been gone for a while.
Yeah.
So December, of course, is always a little bit hit and miss. So just so you know, we're here this week. We're not here next week. Then we'll be here for 2 weeks in a row, and then we'll be off for Christmas and New Year's, and then back at it, hopefully strong and on point at the beginning of January.
And we're not going to give any details because we're not ready to.
No.
But we have a big surprise in store.
Surprise. Some might even say the biggest surprise.
The biggest. Fundamentally changing everything we do.
Yeah. They're like year 8, and we're like, it's going to be great.
Right. Year 8, going to be great.
That's right.
Never too late.
For year 8.
For year 8. Yeah. I'm trying to think of, what's the expression, you see it when you believe it? You believe it. Oh, the guy says, I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah.
And then the other guy says, no, you'll see it when you believe it.
And I say, you might not even believe it when you see it.
Right. But it's going to be dope.
But you will see it.
That's coming up in January. I think we will begin to tease some more details, maybe December 14th or 21st, one of those shows.
Yeah.
We're trying to get our ducks together. But real quick, I want to review a couple things. You've been farting around with doctors.
Yeah.
Living the good life in the hospital. You know, got your feet up.
It's no big deal.
Getting waited on left and right. I've been out working. You know,
you want to hear the biggest tragedy of my laid up in the hospital story? Is the last time I was in the hospital, I was mostly just there to get medicine. Like there was no procedures or anything, so I was literally just hanging out, waiting for the hours to tick by for them to come in with needles, and then leave for another couple hours. It was amazing. I gotta say, the food at LGH so good.
Oh, see,
like I wish I could just go to the food court there. I know you need get a visitor pass to get in, but it was good. Anyway, I started watching.
Don't you have a frequent flyer card by now?
I should, right?
Like a punch card?
Right. My deductibles got met and then my room got better for some reason. I was like, oh, I see how it is. I started watching this reality show. I can't even remember what it's called, on Discovery about a logging company in Vancouver. And I was in the hospital so long, and Discovery plays the same stuff, that I literally watched the entire season
oh my God.
Of the show. And then on the last episode, they came in to discharge me in the middle of the episode, and I missed the last 30 minutes.
And you were like, wait.
And I was like, I walked out of and I was like, man, I don't know if he lost his business or what. All that time invested. So.
Oh my God.
Anyway,
let me run down some highlights because I've had a wild fall. Because before you got sick, we took a couple weeks off because we had something going on. But anyway, the Red Rose Film Festival happened. Amazingly, they had the film festival even though we weren't recording,
which is crazy.
Which was weird.
The first time, in
but
ages.
It was another wildly successful Red Rose Film Festival. So shout out to Ryan Shank, Ian Long, Scott Lentz, of course, my best buddy Chayla.
Yeah.
She was rocking it. We had a good time. We had a great time. The festival was a huge success. Also, David, I need to share this story with you, partly because it's interesting, but partly because I have a favorite movie of the year. Well, I went out to LA, to Los Angeles. Like I said, you were fooling around in the hospital, so I went to LA. Without you.
First time.
Right. Stayed in the Beverly Hilton.
Did you just call me Stavid because I stayed home?
Stavid in Moulton. I Stavided in the Beverly Hilton, which sounds incredibly posh. But I'm sorry to tell you that on the outside, that's where they host the Golden Globes. Oh. And I did attend a really fancy dinner in the same auditorium where they do the Golden Globes, and that was super cool. They gave an award to Kate Hudson. Oh. And it was super cool. She was there, and her parents were there, and the whole fam was there. It was super cool, and we had a great time. But the hotel is lacking. So next time I go out for that conference, I'm going to choose myself a different hotel.
Now, did you keep your eye out for any Golden Globes that just got left
just
around?
laying around? I definitely did. Okay. Yeah. I also found myself the way it works is you don't get to pick your seat. You buy however many people are together, and those 4 people or 6 people or 2 people get to sit together, but you don't get to pick which table you're at.
Right.
At least guys like me don't. I'm sure the VIPs, whatever. Anyway, I was by myself and ended up at a great table, made some good friends, had a really good time. But the reason why I'm telling you all of this is because one of the nights while I was out there, we got to see an advanced screening of Song Sung Blue.
Oh, okay.
Hugh Jackman and Kate Hudson. Mm-hmm. This movie opens on Christmas Day. I didn't know what to think of it. You remember the trailer, right? It's the Neil Diamond impersonators. And David, it's my number 1 movie of the year.
Really?
It is my favorite movie of the year.
Now, I saw a movie with my mother last week.
Yeah.
And we saw that trailer. Mm-hmm. And she missed the part about it being impersonators.
And she's like, he doesn't look anything like Neil Diamond.
She just thought it was about Neil Diamond.
Yeah.
And she told me that apparently she went and saw Neil Diamond in concert, amazing seats while I was in the womb. And apparently I had a hissy fit.
And that's why they named you David.
And they had, And she had to leave this expensive concert experience because I was rocking and rolling.
Wow.
Inside.
David, how rude of you.
I know.
Well, listen, let me tell you, this movie is amazing. I've never fallen more in love with two movie characters ever.
Nice.
And then I've never laughed as hard and cried as hard. I mean, this is a tearjerker, and it delivers big time. So it opens on Christmas Day, and I'm putting it on your radar. I put the trailer in front of Wicked, and I put the trailer on a lot of movies. I think this movie is going to be a big hit, but more importantly, the people who watch it are going to love it.
It looks like a good movie.
Also want to give a shout out to Amy and Kayla because we went to London, and Amy gets a shout out because she is now an internationally known speaker.
Whoa.
Her and her co-author presented incredible to a packed room.
Nice.
And then afterwards, I had to take pictures with all the other OTs who wanted their picture taken with Amy.
Whoa.
She was signing autographs. Yeah. She's a big shot. And I don't know if you saw the newspaper the other day. She was on the headline, had a big story. She wrote a story for the paper about how it's important babies sleep on their backs.
Nice.
So she's out there saving lives.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Kayla's home alone.
No.
Master of the house, so to speak.
Yeah.
And she held everything down and did amazing. She's so brave. We got home from London. A couple of days later, Hannah gets into some snacks and eats herself a raisin.
Yeah. Now, to clarify for those who might be new, you do not have a daughter named Hannah.
Oh, that's correct.
Yeah.
I have a dog named Hannah. I have a small dog named Hannah who ate one raisin. I made the mistake of asking our beloved, trusting doggy doctor, Top 10 Sarah, what I should do. And she was like, you need to bring her in. And I was like, fuck. Amy's on the phone with Poison Control, and Poison Control's like, well, if it's serious, if she's showing signs, this, that, the other thing. But I mean, Sarah's the man. I mean, she's the absolute expert, and of course we go to Manheim Pike Veterinary Clinic, who we love, and they're amazing. And so when they said bring her in, I was like, well, I'm going in. And Amy was like, do you think we should wait and see, because I think Amy felt like, I don't know. So anyway, I took Hannah in. Yada, yada, yada. I'm not saying nothing, but I had to go back to the vet every single day for 3 days to get blood work done. And all in, that raisin cost us $1,000.
Ouch.
But that's nothing for the health of your loved. I mean, I know you would do the same for your cats.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? I mean, you would.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a tough run.
During this whole thing, I did have a big cat fiasco.
Bad cat fiasco.
Yeah.
And then, the other thing was Thanksgiving. So that brings us up to speed. Yeah. I had a busy 2 months while we were gone.
Yeah. Well, like Hannah, with Hannah, my cat had to wear one of them had to wear a cone the whole.
Ooh, a cone of shame.
Yeah. So we were two sicklings in the house, I didn't have to wear a cone.
Right.
Just to clarify.
I wish they would have put you in a cone.
Yeah. Just for solidarity.
I could totally see that.
Yeah.
I could totally see you.
I feel bad for the cat, so I'm wearing one too.
If somebody asked me which one of your friends would have the kind of luck that would land them in a cone,
Yeah.
I wouldn't even have to think about it.
Not a head brace, but a
No,
cone.
David Moulton.
Yeah. 100%. 100%.
All right, shall we do quick theater updates
Yeah,
before
what's
we get
going on
to
with the
trailers?
theater? Yeah.
All right, we got a lot going on. First of all, people who listen to our last few episodes will remember that we made some efforts to be friends with our friends at Netflix.
Yeah.
And we are friends. And listen, let me tell you, Frankenstein was a huge hit. And Wake Up Dead Man, which we're going to review in a minute, was also a huge hit. Wake Up Dead Man is currently sitting as our number 3 title behind Wicked and Zootopia. So it's Wicked, Zootopia, Wake Up Dead Man, and then Now You See Me, Now You Don't. Anyway, I pestered her enough that we got Stranger Things on New Year's Eve at Penn Cinema. Yeah.
Nice.
So you may have heard that they're showing the conclusion of season 5, which drops on New Year's Eve, and they're showing it at select theaters around the country.
Do you know, is this the series finale?
I don't know. I think it is, but that's an opinion. I think it is.
I think it is too,
But
I don't know.
I'm not positive. Anyway, we are super excited. We're going to do it like the way we do sports. So you're not going to buy an actual movie ticket. You're going to buy a $10 concession ticket voucher that gets you admission, that includes admission in to watch the telly.
Right.
I'm English now, so I say things like
Well,
telly.
You spend a couple minutes there, change your world.
Right. Well, those are my people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We went
clearly.
over this. Yeah. Okay. Also, I told you about Song Sung Blue, Marty Supreme, starring Timothy Chalamet, also opens on Christmas. And I have a bold prediction. I can say it just here among us. By the way, I'm going to still do the show, David.
Yeah.
But last week I was quoted in the Wall Street Journal. So,
Whoa.
Was
that quote, I really love doing my podcast with you.
the quote was, nothing's more important to me than the podcast with David. Anyway, I'm a pretty big deal now, but I'm still going to do the show.
What was your quote?
So here's my quote.
Yeah.
My quote, the story in the paper was about the increasing importance of PG movies in the movie market.
Which we have a note about later.
Yeah. And Wicked is PG, as we know. And anyway, David, the animated children's faith-based movie from our friends at Angel Studios, opens on 12/19, and in Lidditz is gonna beat Avatar.
And this is not to be confused with the movie called David, also playing in Lidditz, which is just a picture of me for 2 hours.
Right. Which that one, the ticket sales are insane.
Are insane.
Right. That one's costing us a lot of money because we're trying to pay people to come see it. You would be shocked at some of the asking prices.
This is the true Avatar
Right.
experience.
Right. Watch Avatar with David.
Yeah.
Who would pay for that? Anyway, so I was quoted about David opening in Lidditz, but I mean, what I wanted to tell you is that David is opening in Lidditz and is crazy. I have it in my 4 biggest theaters, and it is like it's gonna literally get to the point where I can't. Like, I'm not going to have anywhere else to add showtimes.
Oh, wow.
Because you're going to have David playing in 4 or 5 theaters, and then you're going to have Avatar plus 1 in IMAX, so Avatar on 2 screens. You're going to have SpongeBob on 1 screen, Marty Supreme on 1 screen, Song Sung Blue on 1 screen, and then that's going to be pretty much it. So if you're a studio with a Thanksgiving-based title, and you have some kind of fantasy that it's going to hold through Christmas,
Nah, bro. Unless you guys want to quickly build up.
Right.
Another story.
Right, because building out is proving to be incredibly expensive, but probably building up.
Yeah.
That would
Because you
be-
planned for that, right?
that'd be
When you built
easy
the
as
building,
pie, right?
You could do a couple more layers.
I mean, we have an elevator.
Right.
Why can't you just run the elevator up 1 more floor?
And that works some of the time.
Almost all the time. The elevator almost always works.
Yeah, almost.
David's still pissed off about how many episodes is that? 3 or 4?
3 or 4 episodes. I had to use stairs.
He had to take the stairs upstairs. It was awful.
But the stairs aren't close to the office. So you got to walk all the way over from the stairs. No, it's fine.
All right. Well, that's all the news. That's what you've missed since we've been gone. We ready to jump into trailers?
Yeah.
All right.
I had to remember. There was a moment where I was like, what's next?
Which one?
What do we do?
Yeah.
I can't remember. I legit cannot remember what the next one is. So
Oh
whatever.
my god. Hopefully that muscle memory kicks in.
Yeah.
All right, so we have 8 trailers this week. I'm going to go out on a limb and say 6 of them are good.
Now, what I did here is I cherry picked. I didn't do trailers from the whole time because that'd be insane.
Right.
I cherry picked from the last 2 or 2.5 weeks.
Do you have a trailer of the week in mind?
Yes.
I have a trailer of the week, clearly trailer of the week, but it's a movie that I'm not sure I'm going to watch. I'll just put that as a hint out there.
Interesting.
All right, start at the top.
All right, let's start with the Super Mario Galaxy movie.
Shall we?
Shall we? So this is a movie, it's the second Super Mario movie, and
just to remind our beloved listeners,
yeah.
as much fun as it is to make of the Super Mario movie, the first one grossed $1.3 billion with a B dollars.
It was an excellent children's movie.
Indeed.
Like, it was too much for my old man brain to like really enjoy. But I'm not saying like I remember there being parts in the movie where I had my eyes closed
Because it was
it was too just flashy and
I was watching a show with the girls yesterday, and they were talking about some neurological. They called it a disorder, and they were describing it. And I said synesthesia.
Yeah.
And that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But do they know that Amy has it?
I don't know.
Well, you better tell them.
I better get it.
Here you were making fun of people with this. 'Cause I'm
right.
assuming they were mocking.
No, negative.
These
Negative.
people.
This was a drama TV, so we weren't.
Oh, they were talking. The girls weren't talking. It was on TV.
It was on TV.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So Super Mario Galaxy movie with all the same writers, directors, cast, etc. This looks like it's going to be part 2.
Well, and it's based off of the Super Mario Galaxy games. So you do see at the very end, you see, what is her name? Rosalina, which is the character,
Obviously.
the princess from those games, and it looks funny.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like a continuation of the level of humor that they had in the first one. I'm sure it'll do gangbusters.
I wonder if we have any listeners who know my friend Rosalina Yap. I went to school with a kid named Rose,
Right.
and then years later, we connected on Facebook. I haven't seen her since high school, but and you know how Facebook like puts out the full name?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh shit, I never realized that was her whole name. If I had known that, I definitely would have called her Rosalina every day.
But now you're just haunted by the decisions.
I'm haunted by the missed opportunity.
The missed opportunity.
All right, so David, I don't know about this movie, but I thought this trailer was excellent. I liked the little sleight of hand they did at the beginning with Baxter and Bowser and being all scary and tremendous, and then it zooms out and he's this tiny little plaything.
Yeah.
Like, I thought that was cute and well done, and yeah. You agree?
Yeah, I agree. I think this looks great for what it is.
Next up from Shudder, right?
Yeah, and it is in theaters.
It is now?
No, I mean, it says that it's coming to theaters.
It's coming
a lot
to
of the
theaters.
Shudder stuff doesn't.
Coming in theaters February 13th. It's called Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. And this looks, I saw one of the reviews called it unhinged.
Unhinged.
And that resonates with me. This movie looks completely unhinged.
I thought it looked fun.
Yeah. No, I meant that in a positive way.
Yeah. Yeah, but it does look crazy.
Right.
Yeah. And I think that it's the kind of crazy chaos that can be a fun ride.
Right.
Knowing Shudder, it probably gets pretty gory at parts.
Yeah.
But I was impressed with it. I guess the premise of the movie is a guy supposedly travels back from a dystopian future and tries to convince people that AI is going to take over.
Right.
And it looks like AI uses some sort of app to mind control people, maybe? I don't know. But something like that. John Leguizamo is in it.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Yeah, that looks good.
So next up we have my trailer of the week.
Oh, there's a good trailer.
Wuthering Heights.
I'm not going to argue with you. It's not my trailer of the week, but it's a good trailer.
I thought this was I know that we've seen a trailer for this. We did like a teaser for this or something. But I thought that this trailer did a really good job of showing the story, showing the emotions that this movie's going to have. I think what it did poorly is some of the scenes look like bad sets.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, man, I don't know if it's just color grading or just the angle, but some of the scenes, I was just like, man, that really takes me out of this experience. I guess when you look at these kind of period pieces, I expect a certain amount of like graininess to them, and this is a very clean image.
There were a couple of images that looked, I was wondering if they were almost like fantasy images, like a dream.
Yeah, and I think that those are the
sequence.
ones that still don't feel like they fit the rest of the movie.
Yeah. I made a tactical error yesterday. I put this ad in front of Wicked. I put the trailer in front of Wicked. It did not play in front of Wicked for the opening, I don't know how many days. But then yesterday, which I want to say is day number 8 of Wicked, I put Wuthering Heights on. And I think it's fine, except that it's not. Because Wuthering Heights is rated R, and the trailer is a little steamy. It's not as steamy as the first teaser was, but it's a little steamy. And I did get a complaint from a mom who was like, I brought my 2 daughters to see Wicked because it's rated PG, and you put this R-rated movie on.
Ouch.
I felt really bad. I wrote her back and I said, you're absolutely right. I'm really sorry. I did take the trailer down after having heard from her. and sent her some passes.
Nice.
But I was a little bit embarrassed because that's like a rookie mistake.
Yeah.
You know, that's like, come on, man.
Yeah.
But the issue is, I pictured, I was in the lobby a lot in the last 4 or 5 days, and because it's been just tons of people.
Yeah.
And everyone not literally, but almost everyone I talk to is like women coming to see Wicked.
Right. So you forget about the kids.
I forget how frequent, but I know better because earlier, you know, on other occasions, like for example, we had professional actresses in the building playing Elphaba and Glinda, and I watched kids like go crazy getting their selfies with, like, I know it's a kids movie. I just sort of lost sight of that.
Yeah.
You know, so anyway, Wuthering Heights, the trailer looks good. The movie looks good. Comes out on Valentine's Day. You can watch Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die, and then you can go watch Wuthering Heights. I will say, I took umbrage on one detail. At the beginning of the trailer, they say this is the greatest love story of all time.
Yeah.
Nah.
I just threw that out. I was like, yeah.
No. You've seen Romeo and Juliet, right?
Yeah.
I mean, come on now. Come on.
Yeah. I'm going to guess this next one is your trailer of the week.
You've seen The Hangover, right? I mean, the love those three guys have for the guy they left on the roof.
There's no... You've seen
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Yes.
That's love.
Yes. I mean, there's so many other love stories that would be better.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
My trailer of the week is The Housemaid.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
It's good.
And how about, first of all, the trailer is awesome, but how much did you love the font on the title treatment and the like when they said directed by and, you know, all this kind of stuff? It's like classic old school detective, like almost like noir type of font. This is a horror movie with Sydney Sweeney and Amanda Seyfried. But here's the big detail, my friends, that you need to keep in mind. This movie is directed by Paul Feig. Feig? Feig.
Feig.
Feig. Feig.
I mean, I have no clue.
Yeah.
In my mind, I always say Feig.
Paul, Feig. Now, you remember Paul because he directed a lot of really great movies, but his biggest movie ever was Bridesmaids, which we loved. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Paul does not make bad movies. And I think that him being attached to this movie makes me feel like it's going to be a winner. This is a horror movie. Basically, the mom is Amanda Seyfried, who hires Sydney Sweeney to be like a nanny or a live-in nanny, something like that, or a housemaid. That's the name of the movie, is Housemaid. And of course, it all goes wrong. And I think we are left to watch the movie and determine, you know, who's the bad guy. You're certainly led to believe from the trailer that Sydney Sweeney has an ulterior motive and she's the bad guy. But there's also some other question that maybe the whole script is flipped on its head and there's a catch. Anyway, I thought
they do say complete mindfuck. It's one of the ways that they describe it in the trailer.
I think this movie looks great. I don't know if I have the courage to watch it on account of it being so scary. But the movie looks great, and this particular trailer is amazing.
Next up, we have the Hunger Games Sunrise on the Reaping teaser. And I gotta say, this trailer looked a lot better than I thought it would. I'm much more interested in this than, I don't remember what the last one was called, Fire and Ice or whatever it was called. That one was a little disappointing. This one looks a little bit more exciting. But my problem with this is, and they did it with the last one that was a prequel, because this is a prequel about it was his name Hamish. He's the who plays him? Woody Harrelson.
Harrelson plays him.
But this is him when he was in the Hunger Games. So they did this with it cannot be another story where the Hunger Games exists and then gets used, like the protagonist usurps it in some way. You know what I mean? Like they can't defeat some sort of big, you know, he's going to win it. And I think that is a fine story to show that he wins it. But if any way he comes through this thing, changing the games or whatever, it doesn't make any sense for his character in the future.
Right.
And also, if that's constantly happening, then how does this thing continue to go on and on and on forever? So I will watch this. I don't know that it's going to be amazing, but I will.
Well, David, you have plenty of time because this comes out a year from now.
Right.
This is the next year's Wicked.
And it was a big. It was a long teaser.
Yeah, it was a long teaser. If we're pinning our Thanksgiving hopes on this, I'm a little nervous. I hope there's another Thanksgiving title next
I'm sure
year.
there will be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next up, we have a movie from Vertical Entertainment. Thank God David put a movie from Vertical. I was worried that they weren't making movies still,
Right.
but they are.
Who knew?
Without the podcast, I would never know
What Vertical was doing.
Right.
Daisy Ridley, though.
Daisy Ridley in a movie called We Bury the Dead. And let me paint a picture for you. This is what I thought of the trailer. While the trailer was...
You painted a
I
picture.
see that.
Yeah.
While the trailer was running, I was in the search bar Googling Night Patrol. Night Patrol trailer, 2026. I don't know. This looks terrible. I feel bad for Daisy Ridley.
I kept it on there because it was her. But the
Yeah,
premise,
yeah.
It's a zombie movie
Yeah.
where I guess at first the zombies are real docile, but the longer it goes, the more.
I guess the one interesting aspect of this, which I shouldn't be so quick to discard, is that there's some kind of military catastrophe, and the premise of the movie is that Daisy Ridley's trying to find her husband, who's among the dead and wounded, but also among the dead and wounded is all these people who are now zombies.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, and apparently it's like confined to an area. It's not like a worldwide epidemic.
Right.
And there's like basically humanitarian aid, which she joins, and they tell them, oh, they reanimate, but they're docile, and then during this whole thing, it turns out they're getting more violent.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then that brings us to Night Patrol, which I have mixed feelings about. I think this movie looks not like a good movie, but it could be a fun movie.
I think I would love this script to have ended up in better hands with a better cast.
Right.
So it's basically Training Day. There's this young cop who, is new to the force, and he's, ingratiating himself to the veterans and trying to come up the ranks, and aspires to be on this off-the-books squad called Night Patrol. He finally makes it into Night Patrol, only to discover that they are all, as the quote goes, quote, they vampires, end quote. So
What won me over
was
the
Denzel.
most,
Godzilla, King Kong ain't got nothing on me.
it was at the end. There's a group of guys from the neighborhood that the vampires are torturing or whatever, and they're like, "Well, what are they? Are they like?" They're listing off all. Are they demons? I don't know that they're demons. And like, all right, well, pack your silver bullets. And the guy's like, whoa. That's for werewolves. That's not what this is.
Yeah, that was a good line.
Yeah, that was good. I was like,
Right.
all right, I kind of want to see this guy. Just the way that how casually he's
Right.
like, oh, that's
No,
for werewolves.
man, that's for werewolves.
That's not what this is.
Everybody knows that.
Come on,
Dog.
seriously.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. All right. Last but not least, we have the live action Moana.
And here's the thing. I'm not a huge Moana fan, so I really don't care that much. But I think there's an issue here with these Disney live action remakes. And I think it's here as well. People are going to take their kids to see this. It'll do fine, whatever. But I think from an outside perspective, the live action ones are so color-wise dull. That it almost feels like it loses the magic. Do you know what I mean?
I do. You know what my problem with these is there's so much happening in this movie and all the other Disney live action movies. There's so much happening that is fantastical. So it can't be live action.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and so that takes me out of it a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
it's like the whole thing with the zebra in Madagascar when Chris Rock, he was like, am I a black horse with white stripes or am I a white horse with black stripes? And so my thing is like, is this an animated movie where the main characters are live action, or is this a live action movie where everything else is animated?
Right.
But regardless, it is a live action where everything else is animated, but there's so many other things that are animated that it still does not feel to me like a live action.
Right. Yeah, and that's I think why this one specifically for me, the coloring feels so much more dramatic.
I think, and I'm not inclined. I'm not a fan. I'm not, like you said, I'm not enough of a fan to sort of have my own opinion. But I think a big thing that's going to swing this is how the public responds to the young lady who's playing Moana. She's singing those songs. She looks great. I mean, I liked the sound and the look and everything, but
I have no opinion.
I mean,
fine.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, he seems like pretty reliable at the box office.
No,
so.
he's wearing a muscle suit for this.
Really?
Yeah. he's slimmed down. Considerably.
That's pretty funny. I'm wearing a muscle suit right now.
What?
I don't know if you could tell, but
I just thought this is how you always were.
should we tell the listeners about my haircut?
Oh man,
They're gonna think we're kidding because we always kid around about real stuff.
Yeah. I was going to make a comment about it earlier when you said you made a rookie mistake, and I was like, well, you look like a rookie now. So
Joel told me that my new haircut took years off my life, which was a very, very kind and bullshit thing to say. But appreciated it.
So Penn...
It was very nice.
Penn's got a bob.
You know, that's what Marley's boyfriend said, too. It's true. I do have a bob. I don't want to admit it, but that's what I have.
Yeah. But it looks great. Wink. It looks like it took ages. Wink. Off your leg. No, it looks good. It took me a second to realize because you were doing your normal play with your hair, slick back thing you do.
Right.
And I was like, wait, there's not more.
Well, a lot of people, some people either don't notice or it takes them a while to notice because, I might have... I could just have a loose ponytail in.
Right.
It got a little shaggy sticking out the sides. But anyway, all right. So David's trailer of the week is Wuthering Heights, which opens on Valentine's Day. My trailer of the week, you don't have to wait as long for Sydney Sweeney and Amanda Seyfried in The Housemaid, which opens everywhere on December 18th, directed by Paul Feig.
There you go.
Yeah.
And that's all the trailers. I remembered.
I'm glad you remembered.
It took a
Was it
second.
like muscle memory? Did you?
I was like, I know it's here.
If you have to think about it, you're not going to be able to do it. But if you just let your hand hit that button, you're good to go. It is wild how, like, for years, I mean, how long? We went 18 months before we missed a single week.
It might have even been longer
than that. Three or 4 years till we missed our first week.
Yeah.
And then... and we've missed a handful of weeks. I would say we missed a handful of weeks each year since.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, we got a little looser in our old age.
Right. And it's not consecutive.
Oh, no. We've never missed consecutive weeks until this fall.
Yeah.
When we made the decision, which apparently was a bad one because it triggered all kinds of horrible things.
Like my body couldn't handle.
Right. David's body could not handle not doing the show. All right, so this week we're reviewing the Netflix blockbuster hit from the Knives Out universe called Wake Up Dead Man, starring, of course, Daniel Craig, but also Tom Johnson, something like that.
His name.
This movie is incredible. This is just I can't even tell the story, but I will just try to frame it this way. It's another murder mystery.
Yeah.
It's another murder mystery that at first glance appears to be unsolvable. And it's another Knives Out mystery that is brilliant. Mm-hmm. This particular one, without being heavy or obnoxious or uppity or anything, really takes on religion.
Yeah.
And again, it's not anti-religion or pro-religion. It just takes it on. There's one moment where it seems to reveal a lot of hypocrisy and terrible things related to religion, but then in the same breath, in the same scene, they reveal a lot of the wonderful things that religion brings to people's lives. So I felt like it was a subtext. Like, if you don't really want to worry about religion, then you don't have, it's just a murder mystery.
Right.
But I thought there was a lot of interesting plot elements.
My mom said it was the best non-Christian movie she's seen.
There you go.
Yeah.
She never saw The Blind Side? Or Star Wars?
Yeah, Star Wars.
Or Jaws?
Or Avatar 2.
Or The Hangover?
Yeah.
I literally gave a public presentation. I still give it sometimes. A public presentation about faith in movies that don't appear to be faith-based. And I was able to string together The Hangover and make it into a faith-based movie.
It's like the one time my mom asked me to go to her church was doing a series on movies, and they did Bumblebee.
Oh my God.
And I was like, oh man, this is what you call stretching.
Right. This is a stretch.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, we're talking about Wake Up Dead Man. I loved it. I thought it was the greatest movie I've ever seen. I watched it with my friend Andrew, and he made the comment that I thought was keen, which was, we both loved it. I loved it. He loved it. But the problem with a movie like this is that once you've seen it and you know what's going to happen and you know all the ins and outs, I'm not positive that you want to see it again.
Right.
Maybe you do because it is that good, but it's there's a downside. What did you think of the movie?
I thought it was good. I thought there were some pretty slow parts that seemed to drag.
Really?
Mostly like the religious stuff.
I didn't feel that way at all.
But it's kind of I will give this a best movie I've ever seen, but it is a love-hate relationship because it's a very good movie, but it wasn't what I was looking forward to or expected.
Really?
Yeah, because it wasn't a LeBlanc comes into a scenario and whimsically solves a crime.
I gotcha.
It was almost entirely told from another person's perspective, and LeBlanc doesn't come in till
Right.
over halfway through the movie.
No.
About halfway through.
A third of the way. Half an hour.
Only half an hour? It felt like most of the movie. But even then, when he comes in, he's not in it.
Half an hour. Most of the movie. He's not even in it.
Yeah, was he even in it? But even once he shows up,
I hear you.
he's not
as
strong
yes.
as a character.
It's not a LeBlanc movie, period.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, it is, but it's not. So in that way, I can respect how creative it is in doing what it's doing, and it did well in that. But like I said, it wasn't what I was expecting and excited for.
Yeah. I found an interesting nugget on the internet.
Oh, from McDonald's?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then when I got done eating that, I clicked on this on one of our favorite websites, JoeBlow.com.
Oh.
And they had a story about this movie. And is it Rian Johnson, but it's spelled Rian Johnson?
Ryan.
Rian Johnson with an I. Rian Johnson apparently let it be known that his desire for the next Knives Out movie is to get Meryl Streep in it.
Yeah.
How great would that be?
Well, this one, Glenn Close.
Glenn Close.
Yeah.
I mean,
This movie was stacked. And I mean stacked with big names.
I watched it by myself with Andrew. So we had a free-flowing...
I watched this movie by myself with Andrew.
I was all alone with Andrew.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Hey. Remember that nursery rhyme? One bright day in the middle of the night,
No, I don't know.
two
that.
dead boys got up to fight. Back to back, they faced each other, drew their swords and shot each other. A deaf policeman heard the noise, came and killed the two dead boys. If you don't believe this lie is true, ask a blind man. He saw it too.
Wow. So we need to talk about the stories you tell your children. Nursery rhymes.
Right into the show, podcast at pencinema.com. Is that still our,
Yeah.
we're still going to go with that old address.
Well, yeah.
Podcast at pencinema. So we didn't change it over the last 2 months.
No.
So we're still sticking with the tried and true.
It's because we got all those new international listeners.
Right. So
Yeah.
podcast at pencinema.com if you've ever heard that fairy tale that I just recited.
Please.
So anyway, I was there by myself with my friend.
Yeah.
And I mean, if your friend's imaginary, then you're still by yourself. So I'm there by myself with my imaginary friend, and we kept the first 20 minutes of the movie, every time a new character is introduced, we were like, oh my God, Meryl Streep. Oh my God, Jeremy Renner. Oh my God, so-and-so. Oh,
Yeah.
it's like one after another of like amazing.
Constant.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
anyway, all right. Wake Up Dead Man, best movie we've ever seen.
Best movie we've ever seen. The next movie we'll be reviewing on our show that comes out on the 15th will be Hamnet.
What do you think about this movie?
I want to see it. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be good or bad, but I want to see it.
I predict that it's going to be great,
But nobody sees it.
but nobody sees it. And I think it's going to be hard to watch. I think it's going to be sad.
Yes, I agree with everything you have just said. Not everything you've ever said.
No.
But everything you just said
Right.
right now.
I'm going to splice that together and just cut out the part where you said everything you've ever said.
Ever.
Right. All right. So we both give it best movie we've ever seen.
Yeah. And let's get into listener feedbacks, question, comments, so forth and so on. We had some.
Yeah.
And let's start with the big one. I'm going to let you read it because my voice is starting to go. You
Okay.
ready? Hold on.
Yeah.
We got it. Hold on.
It's the final countdown.
Who would have thought?
Oh, he's alive.
Final countdown.
Top 10 Sarah wrote in.
Yeah.
And she said, Penn, how come you don't give David any birthday presents anymore? And then she said,
Again.
and therefore, where's my birthday present?
Yeah, that sounds better.
So to which I reply, we have right here a little birthday package I got for David.
oh, wow.
And I first need to quick address the label. It says, happy birthday, David. And then I'm just quick writing on it. And top 10, Sarah.
Whoa.
Yeah, so this is a little birthday gift. I got you a tote bag from the Hamilton Watch Company. It has a beautiful picture. We love Hamilton.
Yeah.
Have you been in IMAX lately?
I have.
Yeah. Did you see that beautiful display we put over there?
Oh, no, I missed the display.
We have a giant H branded in the stylized, the way Hamilton has it stylized.
Mm-hmm.
And so we've been really good friends with Hamilton, and they dropped off a bunch of tote bags, and I was able to grab one for you.
Nice.
And it says Hamilton, and it's a picture of their beautiful shop. If you haven't been to their store, just go. You don't have to buy a watch. Just go in and look at it.
You know,
It's on Duke Street.
this might blow your mind.
Yeah.
I live on the same street as Hamilton.
I know you do.
That's crazy.
So you should use this tote bag next time you're walking to Central Market
Yeah.
and walk past the store and see if anybody notices.
little fashion look.
Right. Make sure everybody in the store sees you. So David, happy birthday, my
Well,
friend.
thank you.
There's a gift in there for you that I picked up in London. It's international.
Foggy London Town.
Yeah, Foggy London Town.
Nice.
Yep.
You know, I've got the.
Wait a sec. Hang on. Let me see. Oh no. Oh shit.
Oh shit! Did it break again?
It broke in transit.
Oh snap! You know, I've got the Praha guy.
Yeah.
On my desk at work.
Nice.
So, oh boy.
Wrapped in my best typewriter,
best?
printer paper, wrapping paper that money can buy.
This is awesome. It's Lego, but my fingers don't want to get the paper off. There we go. And it's a double-decker bus. That's awesome. Thank you.
You're very welcome. It's the red London Town like you see in England.
Yeah, the red double bus.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Well, I had to choose because they had a full-size, life-size red double-decker bus.
Full life-size?
Lego one,
Yeah.
that you
Yeah.
put together. Operates and everything, has a real motor and an engine. It's super cool. But I wasn't sure you had room for it in your apartment.
This is a smart move.
Right. All right. So happy birthday, David. Happy birthday, Sarah.
Yeah.
And she went on to write, here's my review of Wicked. Now, I'm also going to just tell listeners, she wrote in a very kind review of her movie-going experience, gushing how much she loved the theater, which I really appreciated. But I felt like in the interest of, time,
Yes.
I wanted to highlight her review of Wicked. So she writes in with Wicked. She saw it a couple times. Before we get into her write-in, she made a really funny comment to me. She came and saw it Monday night at the very first, early preview, sold out
Prime.
IMAX. Yeah,
Yeah.
right. And I talked to her the next day, and she was like, I'm glad I saw the first one by myself so that I could cry my ugly cry
Yeah.
by myself. And then later when I see it with David, I'll just sniffle and, have some tears. But I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
I also saw Wicked and loved it, which we'll talk about in a second. But and I get that it was emotional and I did tear up, but it hit some people different because there was people who had seen the movie, stayed through credits, gone to the bathroom, walked out to the lobby, and were still crying.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, Sarah's review of Wicked. I'm going with David's scenario of this being a Broadway show in 2 acts. Act 1 was the first movie last year, and Act 2 is this current second movie. I agree with David about the songs in this second act. I thought the songs were stronger in the first one, and I kept waiting for some song that was similar to Defying Gravity to just knock my socks off, and it never came. Of course, For Good was amazing, but it didn't grab me like Defying Gravity did. I think they also missed the mark with the new song, There's No Place Like Home. I feel like they could have used Cynthia Erivo's voice so much better. She's such a talented, strong singer, but it was more of a softer, kinder version of song. As for the plot, I liked it better than the first one. I felt that the bond between Elphaba and Glenda that was established in the first one really made its presence felt and solidified in Act 2. It was just so nice to see that a movie could show such a strong, unique, fierce friendship between two women. As a woman, it's rare to find that relationship with another woman in your life, if ever. Someone who is willing to sacrifice themselves because they see the truth of who their friend really is and what they stand for. Even though we did see some typical unladylike conduct from E and G, they immediately regretted those types of actions, made up for it, and owned their decisions instead of gaslighting each other or blaming it on somebody else. I, of course, cried a bunch of times, and the second time I watched it, cried even harder. Oh, that's contrary to what I just said. I enjoyed the way the original Wizard of Oz characters and plot lines were woven through the Act 2. I completely concur with her review. I guess I wouldn't have been quite so... I thought the music in the second one was great.
I want to talk about Wicked now?
Real quick. Yeah, I don't want to do a full-blown movie review,
okay. But... So... Best movie you ever seen?
Yeah,
what you
yeah,
thought?
Absolutely. This is my second favorite movie of the year.
Oh, okay. Worst movie I've ever seen.
Really? You hated it?
I didn't hate it. I just can't. I don't really have a lot of overly positive things to say. I thought it was a big whiplash from the first one. And the first one ended on such a high note. I was really excited for where it was going. And then this movie just started off on not even a trot, a crawl. Like it felt like hitting a wall. And then there wasn't because they have to use these like made up words or whatever. They say it's been 12 tides since the end of the first movie. But how do you judge how long a tide is? Because is it 12 years? Someone said it's been I read somewhere it's 5 years. Is it 12? Like the characters have simultaneously grown. Like years worth of character growth has happened off screen while also not changing at all. Like the Tin Man being still completely in love with Glinda, even though it's been 5 to 12 years that he hasn't seen her. You know, it's like that kind of stuff just didn't fit. I thought all of the music was incredibly bland except for the final duet. Like not a single song except for the duet stood out as a memorable song to me. And none of them are sing-along worthy, unlike the first one that has like bops to sing along to. This movie, I'm not saying it's bad because it's not bad. I'm just saying it's an incredible disappointment compared to the first one. I liked the Wizard of Oz stuff. I really liked the cinematography on the one Ariana Grande song where it keeps going through like mirrors and coming out of mirrors and stuff. I thought that was cool, even though the song was boring. And the way that they rolled the Wizard of Oz stuff in was the most interesting part of the whole thing. But overall, I could not recommend this. I think that it should have been 45 minutes tacked on to the other movie, and it would have improved both of them.
David, can I just say, on behalf of all our listeners, it's good to have you back.
I know.
And on behalf of most of our listeners, I'm going to just say, pew, pew.
I wanted it to be good, and I just watched it, and I was like, it was. I think we were into like the first or second song, and I was like, how much longer is this movie?
There has never been a more David Moulton moment in my life than that time you were reviewing Wicked for Good.
Yeah.
And your opening complaint was that it didn't establish how long a tide was.
Yeah.
And that therefore
also,
there's some kind of problem with it.
Did you notice how the first movie is entirely wrapped around the fact that it's a flashback for Glinda, while she's talking to the Munchkins. And then this movie completely drops that narrative, and it just is stuff that's happening, and it completely drops the whole her remembering what's going on. I'm saying that it's not a well-made narrative movie, and I did not enjoy it.
Tony Baloney wrote in, but it was evident from his writing in that
because he wrote it a couple times.
In the absence of the Penn Cinema podcast, he may very well be losing his mind.
You're right. he might not be the same person now
Right.
that we're back.
Right. I feel like our absence has had some, has impacted some people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame.
In mostly positive, but sometimes negative ways.
The Abacus wants to know where all the kids' movies are.
Yeah, I got.
What are you talking about? Where all the kids' movies are?
This was a couple weeks ago. He hit me up like 4 times.
What?
Penn. He said, ask Penn where are all the kids' movies. There's no kid. He was going to take his son to the movies, and there was no kids' movies that weekend. And I was like, I don't know. He's like, but where are they at? What doesn't he like children?
All right. Well, first of all, Zootopia is currently
Well, now
printing money.
his son's older now.
David's coming. SpongeBob's coming.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like we had a ton of kids' movies. I feel like maybe the Abacus is drunk.
Yeah. Well,
you're like, yeah.
pretty much what it comes down to is if there weren't kids' movies before, he needs to, now that he complained about it, he better be here
He better be.
for all the kids' movies now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you hear from Big O?
The Big O?
Yeah.
He's living his life in Spain.
It's funny because he's little.
That's the best part. That he's tiny. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he's in Spain. Kayla and I are starting a Spanish immersion program
What?
at our house.
Wow.
Yeah, we have 2 out of the 3 residents of our home are enrolled.
Does Hannah count as one of the 2 out of 3?
No, it's me and Kayla, and we are aspiring to learn Spanish. So maybe I only asked because I feel. Am I correct in lumping the Abacus and Big O sort of in the same bucket? Are they from similar friend circles or no? They're totally unrelated.
The Venn diagram connects with me.
Okay, that's it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I was mistaken on that. I thought the Venn diagram had other connections, but I was wrong. That's why I asked about Big O, but then that reminded me that about the immersion program. And last but not least, the Mystery Gobble did not write in.
Yeah.
Suspiciously quiet.
Yeah. Almost like he's trying to deny he didn't cause all these problems for me.
Right.
Yeah.
Could it be his fault?
Surveys say yes.
Survey said yes.
Yeah. All right, Penn, that brings us to a really important part of the show. One that I know
Some would say the most
the
important.
most.
Right.
is I got to know, Penn, what's up with you? Oh. He's buttoning up his shirt and he got a haircut? Unlike me?
Shave and haircut. 2 bits. What's up with me? We already discussed Wicked for Good. I also saw Begonia,
Oh, how was that?
which I friggin' loved. It was amazing. I rewatched the end of season 4 of Stranger Things, and I watched the first chapter of Stranger Things from season 5, which, by the way, Marley, is awesome. Kayla, don't watch it. It's too scary. Marley, you're going to love it. The girls were home for Thanksgiving, and before they arrived at Thanksgiving, they had started watching this show called It's All Her Fault, but I don't really know what it's about. I think this kid got kidnapped or something. The kid turns out to have synesthesia.
Oh.
Yeah. So they started watching it separately, but then while they were home for Thanksgiving, they were sort of finishing it up. So when they got to the last show of the season, which I think it's a limited series, I don't think there's seasons, but anyway, I watched the end of the last show with them, and it was incredibly exciting.
Nice.
It was actually really funny because I feel like I enjoyed it every bit as much as they did, even though I had no clue what was going on.
Did you do the typical stand behind the couch dad move?
No. I fully invest. I'm in the couch. I'm on the couch.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm in. And then last night, Amy and Kayla and I watched The Sandlot. Now you were a kid when that came out. I mean, you would have seen that. Did you see it in the theaters?
Not a fan.
You don't like that movie.
No.
I mean, it
fits the typical me not liking 80s films.
Yeah. Well, it's a 90s film, but still, it looks like an 80s film. I'll give you that. It's cliche and kind of cheesy, and parts of it are dumb, but I mean,
It's got a lot of kids screaming, and that's usually a pretty big turn off.
Yeah.
Even when I was a kid screaming, I was like, no, I don't got time for that.
yeah. Anyway, David, what's with you?
Oh, let me tell you something.
You've been lounging around in hospital
You would
beds,
think-
living the good life.
You would think that would mean that I watched a lot of movies, but contrary to popular belief, that's not what happened. I did watch a lot of ER, which is weird that I was able to keep watching that show.
Ironic.
With being in the hospital.
Right.
And when I was in the hospital, I watched a lot of trash TV. But for movie-wise, I saw Tron Ares, and I thought it was not great. And I saw The Running Man,
Yeah.
which I thought was fine.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Yeah, it wasn't. I have no strong opinion either way. I saw it. I don't regret it.
Well, to use I've used this measure before. I thought about Running Man was like, I didn't call any of my friends to tell them they got to go see Running Man. But if somebody said, I'm going to the movies this weekend,
Yeah.
and if I know they're the type that might enjoy a fun action movie like that, then I said, oh yeah, Running Man's great.
Yeah. And here's the one that was most interesting. I regretted us not being in the theater or in doing podcasts because I would have loved to have forced this upon you. Is I saw K-Pop Demon Hunter.
Ooh.
When it was back.
Oh, it's a shame I missed it.
I know. Just so close.
Nuts.
So close. It was fine. I thought the music was good. The ending made the movie a lot better than I had expected it would be. Granted, I saw this, and there were 5 of us in the theater. It was me and my 2 buddies who were like, let's go find out what this is all about.
Yeah.
And 2 girls, I would say late teens or 20s, something like that. I don't know. And then apparently as they were leaving, they asked Goonies Jason why there were 3 old men in the movie theater with them. It weirded them out. And he was like, why wouldn't they be? And I don't know. They thought it was weird.
I think that doesn't sound weird to me. I don't think there's anything wrong with going to a movie by yourself. I've done it a million times. Even before I opened the theater, I used to go to movies by myself. But I don't think there's anything wrong with that. If I was, if there were a couple young girls in the front and there was a guy by himself in the back, I feel like that could potentially be creepy.
Yeah.
But 3 guys in the back, obviously just checking out a movie, like.
Yeah. And we were talking to ourselves. We didn't interact with these people.
And it's not like K-pop was like. It's not like it's a pervy movie.
No,
it's
not. No.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Who are the old men in the back?
3 old men in the back.
Yeah.
But we had a good laugh about. So we enjoyed it. It was good. And then I instead of watching movies, I've been playing a ton of the Spider-Man games on PS5.
Nice.
And they have been absolutely fantastic. That's me.
That's
life.
me. All right. Well, next up is December. We're going to record on December 15th or 14th. I forget, whatever
14th, it'll come out on the 15th.
Okay. I will have been out west to visit my brother by then.
Whoa.
Yeah, we're going to Bellingham. Amy and I are heading out there. He's turning 60.
Whoa. Is this going to be the year you finally confront him about not listening to the show?
No. Not on his birthday.
Oh.
Not on a birthday trip.
Happy birthday. Here's guilt.
What I'm going to do is just keep secretly talking about him on the show until one of his friends or coworkers or family members texts him and be like, Penn talks about you on the show. And then he's going to write them back and be like, what show?
Penn who?
I made him, for his birthday, I made a little photo book full of family pictures. And awesome. Yeah, it's really cool. I had a lot of fun making it, but it was funny because if I could have made it a fun photo book that I knew only he would look at, I could have made it so much funnier. It would have been so much more fun. But I needed it like his family, and he's got grandchildren around the house all the time, and he's old as dirt.
Yeah.
It was funny because when we were kids, he was only 5 years older than me.
Yeah.
But now he's like 20, 22 years older than me.
Yeah, it's so weird how that happens.
Yeah, it's
right?
weird.
It's like, why?
Right. This time is strange.
Yeah.
All right. So next up, December 14th comes out on the 15th, and we will be reviewing Hamnet.
Yes.
Which we expect to be seen in theaters by dozens of people.
Mm-hmm. Across the country.
Across the country.
All right. Look, if you want to be a part of the show, the easiest way to do that is to hit us up at our current email address, podcast@penncinema.com. But if you want to support the show, Penn, what's the number one way to do that?
Well, what everyone's been doing is getting really sick
Oh, yeah.
getting themselves admitted to the hospital and then talking it up with the nurses. So when you're laid up, just follow David's lead.
Yeah.
You know, when you're laid up in the hospital and you want to, you know, get in good with the nursing nurse, tell her about the show.
Yeah. So when I went to the ear, nose, throat doctor, and I was like, look, my throat's really bad. Like, you can hear it. And he's like, yeah, it doesn't sound great. And I was like, if you want to hear how it's supposed to sound, I have a podcast I can show you. He's like, no, it's good.
So we didn't even get him.
No. No.
All right. Do us a favor. Write into the show. But if you don't want to get sick, if you want to stay healthy, then you can support the show by telling a friend how much you enjoy it. And yeah, that's good.
Well, once again for the Penn Cinema Podcast, I'm David Moulton.
That was great. And I'm Penn Ketchum. Take care and party on.
Thanks for joining us this episode. Our hosts would love to hear from you. To contact the show with your thoughts and reviews, email podcast@penncinema.com. This podcast is a production of Penn Cinema. Escape to the movies at Penn Cinema, featuring crisp digital projection, killer sound, reserved seating, and premium power recliners. With locations in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Wilmington, Delaware, and Huntington Valley, Pennsylvania. Showtimes and tickets available at www.penncinema.com.